Can I tell you something very powerful? Listen, lean in. Your desire isn't dead. Your pleasure isn't plain. Stress, blood flow, changes, nervous system being exhausted. That's what's happening. And even when you just don't feel like it, your body is asking for new conditions. Tonight, Sip and Soothe Reset Session is all about the intimacy changes over 40. Yeah, I know you may be feeling it, but more importantly, how to reawaken it. Greetings. I am Dr. Michelle Clay. I am your physician advisor for all things for the fabulous women over 40 with going through midlife transitions. I'm here to guide you, to help you simply and naturally, holistically release the stress that comes with these midlife changes and the stress and confusion that comes with your changing body with menopause symptoms, and do it all with elegance, grace, and ease. One of my favorite ways to do that is with, of course, a relaxing escape of wellness in the cup. And all things sensual and matter of the heart, this month's featured blend is the sensual blend. Indeed, she is my goddess in a cup blend. And you, of course, can get her at freeality.com. Freeality.com. Amen. All right, so let's continue with it. Oh, I have my hot water. So what we're going to do is add the honey. You want more intimacy in your life? Things must be sweet. You must add sweetness to your life, to your mind, to your thoughts, to your conversation, honey, to your interactions. That helps with the intimacy. Let's add our hot water so it can steep while we get into it, and that it will be ready for the sip and soothing portion of our segment tonight as I guide you the sip and soothe reset. All right, let's let that cool and steep. Okay. So we are updating the conditions of our pleasure. We are updating the conditions, the parameters for our intimacy. And people often think intimacy is about just touch and, you know, the sex, but it's way more than that. It's way more than that. It starts before the bedroom. It starts here and it starts here. All right. So the three things that we have to consider for our intimacy or into me see is first, we know our hormones are changing. The lower estrogen, the lower progesterone, the lower testosterone. What is happening, Dr. Michelle? I'm so glad you asked. What is happening is that the desire isn't there as much. The libido is lower. All right. It may, for women, it may not be as comfortable as it used to be. And yeah, I talk a lot about menopause, but you men over 40, honey child, y'all having the andropause. So sisters, if your mate, if your partner is a man and is over 40, definitely if over 50, honey, the andropause is happening because our testosterone is going down, has gone down, and his testosterone is going down, has gone down. So his desire may be different, like our desire is different. His mood may be different, as our mood may be different. Him getting in the mood may be dormant, as our getting in the mood may be dormant, not dead. Which brings me to our next pillar of reawakening our intimacy is blood flow. Now, with the blood flow, there are things that we can do naturally. Blood flow is affected by diabetes. Blood flow is affected by high blood pressure. So we want to do things that help with circulation, that increase the blood flow to those areas. Soon and very soon, watermelon will be back in season. Amen. That is one of the best and natural ways to open up your vessels and let the blood flow throughout your body, reawakening desire, reawakening blood flowing, nourishing blood to those areas so certain parts are awake, alive, rising, and shining. Amen and amen. Um, of course, with the changing hormones, that also affects blood. The high cortisol with our exhausted nervous system also affects blood flow because there's vasoconstriction. All right, we have to open up our minds, releasing the stress. Watermelon helps with blood flow, but of course, herbs in here, in the goddess in a cup, and of course, what man, if your partner is a man, don't love a goddess? Baby, let me tell you something. The men that I know, even my male family members tell me, they absolutely not just love, but adore and are enamored by that feminine energy. Baby child, a lady who is walking in all of her divinity and femininity, that walks by like a gentle breeze and is floral and is fragrant and is magnetizing, indeed, can bring and will bring a man to his knees in all the ways that are wonderful. Come on now. But anyway, I got caught up in a vision. I got caught up in a feeling. Stay with me. But anyway, the maca root in here helps decrease the stress. It helps balance those hormones. It helps lift the mood. It helps lift the libido. Horny goatweed, need I say more? And chocolate. There are cacao nibs in here. There's dark chocolate powder in here, Ghirardelli to be exact, that help as natural aphrodisiacs, but there's also an element in there that helps decrease the stress. Let's move on to our third pillar for our intimacy. Like I said, is into me. See, it starts with you. It starts with what you think about yourself. It starts with how you talk to yourself. It starts with how you feel about yourself. It starts with how your confidence in yourself, the calm within yourself, and what happens with just the regular intimacy when we are shifting and require new conditions and parameters for our intimacy and our pleasure is appreciation. Sis, when you have felt unseen, when you have felt unheard, when you have felt invalidated, when you have felt unappreciated, the thoughtful things that you do to make other people's life easier, your partners, your children, your co-worker, your church members, your neighbors, going above and beyond. And it's as if they don't see how tired, exhausted you've been to take the extra step for someone to feel loved, for someone to feel appreciated, to bring sunshine to someone's dark day. And they just go along like it's nothing, when all maybe you want is a simple thank you. I see you. I appreciate what you did. I appreciate that meal that you made. that you brought to me. I appreciate you bringing my trash can in. I appreciate you picking up the things and I didn't have to ask. Appreciation leads to arousal. Holla if you hear me. Oh, come on, somebody. So now that we know the three pillars for reawakening intimacy into me, see, let's now move into the sip and soothe portion of our sip and soothe reset. Let's turn our lights down low, set the tone in tea. Oh, come on, I like this. I should have had a candle. That's all right. So I want you to get comfortable. If you desire to put your feet flat on the ground, if you're sitting or comfortable lying back, whatever you like that makes you feel good right here, right now, it's okay. I am giving you permission to do you, be you, do what you want, do what you like, do what makes you feel comfortable and calm without pressure or accommodating anyone else. And then I want you to place one hand over your heart and the other one over your lower abdomen, your lower belly, over in that pelvic region, and just allow it to rest there. And if you feel like closing your eyes, you can do that. And we're just going to breathe. And we're going to allow ourselves, our minds to soften, our thoughts to slow and soften, giving ourselves permission that today was well done. And you want to know why it is well done? Because you are still here and you are still standing and you are still present and you are still alive. You are still in your mind. Well done today. And allow that thought alone. Allow your mind to soften. Ooh. And allow some of the tension in your neck to melt and soften. Ooh. And let's take an inhale and hold it and release, and shoulders drop and tension falls. And belly starts to soften and release and just be. And your hips begin to soften and release and just be. Not holding on to anger or pain or disappointment. And inhale again. And hold. And release. And thighs begin to soften. And you can jiggle them if you want. It's okay. They let you know that you are blessed. You are nourished. Amen. And inhale once again. And hold. And release. And allow your knees to soften. Your calves to soften. Your feet to release and soften. They've been holding you up all day. Putting steps in. And the hand that's on your lower belly, around your pelvis. If you so desire, just gently rub, give it some love. Sisters, your pelvis has done so much for you. It's put in that work. It's bled, it has birthed, it has nourished, it has grown, it has done caregiving, it's experienced pleasure, it's gone numb, it has shut down. It has gone dormant, and it is also awakened. And as you sit in this moment and continue to breathe at your own pace, intentional breaths, with each intentional breath that you think about, that you direct, that you count down, it is calming your nervous system. It is telling you it's safe. You're okay. And I want you to note, ask yourself, to yourself, what touch feels nourishing to me now in this time of my life? Where does my body soften when I place a hand there? It can be your knee, it can be your thigh, it can be a rub of the hand, it can be a slight touch of the wrist, maybe a slight touch of your forehead and your cheeks, or maybe a slight touch of your neck, or perhaps even the softness of your earlobes, or maybe even the softness of simply rubbing over your heart, giving it love. And wherever the place is of touch that feels nourishing to you, now in this stage of your life, you can just put your hand there and gently rub and reawaken your body to feel safe, your body and your mind to feel seen, to feel appreciated, to feel acknowledged, to feel like the color purple. Where in self-touch and intimacy and intimacy, reawakening your desire, reawakening your pleasure. Does your own touch feel good? That your own touch feels loving? And continue to breathe and close your eyes, telling your body, I am here with you. I am safe with you. And in those places where a slight touch with the finger or a slight rub of your hands, that your body says yes, even if it's a gentle whisper, yes, you are awakening, you are reigniting. And your hand over your heart, thinking about and asking yourself, what emotional connection turns you on, makes you feel loved, makes you feel open to love, makes you feel like you want to give more love, Makes your heart open up like a huge crater to receive an overflow of love in each and every way that communicates full, unconditional, divine love to you. What kind of words tell you that your body and your mind can relax? Are those words, I love you? Are those words, you're safe with me? Are those words, I got you? Are those words, I support you? Are those words, I understand? Are those words, I apologize? What kind of words help you feel relaxed? And inhale once again. Hold. And this time when you exhale, I want you to say, release. Ooh, and be in the safety in this moment, the love in this moment, the pleasure in this moment because it's just for you, the intimacy of this moment because you have seen into yourself. Ooh. And when you're ready, you can open your eyes and you can grab your cup of tea that you have already prepared. And of course, if it's reality, it's a relaxing escape in a cup. And feel the warmth around your hands. And let's say our first affirmation of this Sip and Soothe Reset session, which is, my pleasure awakens in safety. Take a sip to seal it in. My pleasure awakens in safety. And next, I update the conditions for my pleasure with love and patience. Take a sip and seal it in. I update the conditions for my pleasure with love and patience. Take a sip. That concludes us today. I pray that now that we have meditated, we have sipped, that you now feel soothed, that you now feel seen, that you now feel open, that you now feel less tension, relaxed, released, to reclaim your desire, reawaken your pleasure, reignite your intimacy, intimacy. So thank you so much for joining me today I appreciate you. I have so much love for you being a part of my community. And I want to offer to you an opportunity to go even deeper, not just in pleasure and intimacy, but the conditions to relax and your nervous system, rejuvenate it from being exhausted, to balance yourself, help to balance your hormones and feel more energy through what you eat, through plant technology of holistic medicine of herbs, and to truly reconnect and reclaim yourself. Not the person you were in your 20s, not the one in your 30s, but the woman, the lady, the powerful super Wonder Woman that you currently are today. Fabulously over 40, phenomenally 50 plus, or maybe even sassy 60. By simply going to drmichelleconnect.com for a clarity call. And when it feels aligned, if it resonates, if you feel called for more, you feel called for higher, you feel called for vibrance and radiance, let's talk and go deeper. So, thank you so much, everyone. I love you. I appreciate you. I'm going to put it down in the chat over here. drmichelleconnect.com. Indeed. So until next time, I want you to be well. I want you to do something well and wonderful for yourself. Have a rejuvenating, restful sleep and a positive day tomorrow. Mwah! Bye.